Hi, I'm Sue Scott, and I'm coming to you today from the studios at fauxbycathy.com. And I want to take the time to talk to you about probably my new favorite material that we have. It's only available at fauxbycathy.com because this is one of our private label items. And it's called Bella Structured Wax. It is an architectural coating that has so many uses, which is one of the things that makes it a favorite for me. I'm all about let's get a product that is very diverse in what we can do with it, and that way you can make a lot of samples and do a lot of different things with this one material. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. So the Bella Structured Wax is a coating that looks white when it's wet, but it dries crystal clear, regardless of how thick it's applied. We've not been able to say that about any other products that we've ever had before. And one of the best features of a product drying crystal clear is it makes it really easy for you to tint, because you can tint it with paint. So if you have a client that has a particular paint color that they're using in their house, you can buy a small amount of that paint and add it directly to the structured wax, and your color will be true and spot on and not change at all. The other thing that's really wonderful about this product is that it holds texture. So when you trowel it on your wall, you can create all different kinds of textures depending on what kind of tools you're using. We use corduroy tools, we use rollers. I think everybody has at least one or two rollers, and they work great in the structured wax as well. We're going to be posting some examples of finishes that I've used to create different textures using the structured wax. So you'll be able to see all the different things. We also mix the structured wax with some other items that would not normally be able to hold a texture. So it's a really neat tool either to use on its own or to add in conjunction with another material. So what we're going to do today is a one-step, easy finish. It's going to be this finish here, and I've just tinted it black, and it takes very little bit of colorant to get the black. We're going to trowel up one thin coat. I'm going to run my roller through it, and it dries nice and hard. I've done a finish like this on my own coffee table. Didn't need to top coat it. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and you can use this on furniture, you can use this on picture frames, you can use it on walls. It's modern, it always dries shiny, and it will also give you some masculine looks as well as modern because of the shine. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have my surface painted black. Of course, you can use any color you want, white, tan, whatever. So the surface is painted black, and I've got my black tinted wax. And because I'm going to be using a roller to roll through it, all we need is a thin coat. So we're going to coat our trowel. And the other thing about this wax, it doesn't dry super fast. So you do have time to manipulate and play with it. Which also means, especially if you're using a tool, whether it's a roller or a corduroy tool, if you have an area that you did that you don't really like, you've got time to go through it and redo it. So I'm just going to spread this on. Keep it nice and thin. Now you can also sand this. It's not hard to sand. If you do create a texture and you need to eliminate any little sharp peaks, it's not a problem. Okay, so I've got a thin layer, And then I'm going to take my roller and I'm just going to run it through. Now you can see that if the material is too heavy, it's going to stack up a little bit more. And the fact of the matter is, if you're doing a large space, you're not going to be able to be perfectly even in your application across that whole entire wall. But I think it's really cool to have some areas that are a little heavier and some areas that are a little bit lighter. It just makes it look more organic, and it's really pretty. But I want to show you real quick that we do in fact have time to redo it. And you can see just by the way the material's moving that this hasn't started to set up at all. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. And once this dries overnight, your texture will be cured enough that if you want, you can go ahead and put a coat of size down and you can foil over your pattern. Also very cool. So this is our finished look. I think it's awesome. And again, metallic paint, any metallic paint, will beautifully tint in this plaster, because again, we're using a couple tablespoons of metallic paint into a cup of plaster, roughly, and it's not going to change the color. This also allows you, almost like a glaze, to layer different metallic colors. I've done several finishes with metallic paint and the structured wax, and I've done 6 different colors, and we just kind of layer them all in there. And because they're not opaque layers, you get to see all the different colors underneath and how they change as you start to overlap them with lighter, darker, and warmer and cooler colors. So it's really pretty cool. Hope you liked it. We're available to give you any kind of technical support or help that you need. We do sell this material in quarts and gallons, so we've got all the sizes that you need. Thanks so much for watching.